beautiful people of the internet. How are you doing today? My name is Jackie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today for this video, I wanted to do something a little different. As you guys may or may not know, it is very popular on BookTube to do monthly reading wrap-ups where you talk about all the books that you read in that month. And I just did one talking about what I read in May and June, and then I got this idea, what if in addition to talking about what I read in a month, I make a video saying what TV shows and movies I watched in that month and my thoughts on the different things I watched. So this is going to be my TV and movie wrap up for June 2018. So I'm going to start with television first, and the first TV show that I watched in the month of June was Westworld. Westworld is a hugely popular show on HBO. The show centers on a theme park for adults called Westworld, which takes place in a fictional Wild West setting, and adults come there to engage in some not so good behavior. The thing is, all of the characters in Westworld are actually robot hosts, and problems start to arise when these hosts realize that they are all a part of this theme park and they decide they want to take back their lives from the humans who control them. Now, I really wanted to love this show because it is so popular, and there are a lot of people who make theories about Westworld on YouTube. So I wanted to love Westworld and make theories about it as well. But truthfully, I think the show is... Seriously, Train? Seriously? As I was saying, I really wanted to love Westworld so that I could make theories about it on my channel. However, I think the show is only okay. I can definitely appreciate the acting, the cinematography, the production values are great. Truthfully, watching season 1, I thought it was really hard to get into at first, and it wasn't until the second half of the season that I was really interested. And then I started watching season 2. I think I've watched about 5 episodes of season 2, and I'm having the exact same problem. At the beginning of the season, it's just very boring, and I think it's also unnecessarily complicated, so I don't really get excited to watch Westworld, and I kind of feel like I'm just forcing myself to continue with it. I also have a problem where I don't really like any of the characters on the show, and it is very hard for me to get emotionally invested in a TV show if I don't care about what happens with any of the characters. On Westworld, I like Bernard, and I do like Maeve sometimes, but those are the only characters that I really root for on the show, and I was so upset after season 1 because, spoiler alert if you haven't watched season 1 of Westworld, but I loved William, and I shipped him with Dolores a little bit. Even though Dolores is a robot, I still kind of shipped it. And then, when we found out that William is the man in black, I just felt so betrayed, and now I can't root for him anymore, and I don't like Dolores in season 2 because she's going on this murderous rampage. And I don't know, I'm just having a really hard time emotionally connecting with the show. I don't know if this makes any sense. I mean, I know in every TV show I watch, the characters are fictional, but they're still fictional humans. And on this show, the fictional characters are not only fictional, but they're not even human. And it's just really hard for me to emotionally connect with someone who is a robot. I don't know if anyone else has this problem, but for me, it's just really hard for me to get into the show. I'm confused half the time, and I think the show is really slow going. I do love the visuals, I love the acting, but it's not going to be one of my new favorites. I might finish season 2, but I just feel like the show is okay, and I'm really only forcing myself to still watch it because everybody else loves it, and I want to feel included, to be honest. However, on a brighter note, one show that I started in June, which I did end up really loving, is Killing Eve. This is Sandra Oh's new show, and it follows a British intelligence agent named Eve who is on the hunt for a female Russian assassin named Villanelle, and these two women are engaged in this great cat and mouse game, each constantly trying to catch up with the other, and there's also this like sort of sexual tension between the two of them, which I don't know, for some reason I'm like kind of digging, as bad as that sounds, like to root for this romance. One of them is an assassin, but like, I don't know, just the chemistry between Sandra Oh and Jodie Comer is so great, and the show is just really exciting to me. I can sit down and watch 1 hour long episode of Killing Eve and it feels like I have just been sitting there for only a couple minutes. It goes by so fast and it really catches my attention. These days I have a horrible attention span. It's very rare that I can watch a show without looking at my phone or my laptop or doing something else at the same time, and this show has been really great at holding my interest. I love the acting. I am so excited that Sandra Oh is going to be in a new show, and I'm really hoping this show is going to get some appreciation at awards season this year because I am digging it. The next show I started in June is one that came out 8 years ago, I believe, and is actually already over. It was a very popular show at the time, but I never watched it because I think I was still a little young for it when it came out, and that show is Downton Abbey. I finished watching season 1 in the past 2 weeks, and I really like the show a lot. I love British period dramas. I am a sucker for a good British period drama, and after watching this first season of Downton Abbey, I wish I was a countess. Looks like a pretty sweet life. Also, all the costumes on this show are giving me serious style envy, though I probably could live without the corsets. This show follows the Crawley family in England in the early 20th century following the sinking of the Titanic. Season 1 goes up to the beginning of World War I, and I am just really digging this show. I like that even though it's a drama, it's not super melodramatic so far, and there are moments of humor in it, so even though it's a drama, it's not really heavy, which is nice. And it's also really easy to get through. There are only 7 episodes in season 1, so I watched it with my dad and we got through it very quickly. We both really enjoy it. Right now, I think my favorite character is Sybil. I absolutely adore her. And I know that a lot of people ship Matthew and Mary together. I'm not quite there yet because even though I really want to like Mary, she's not making it that easy for me. I mean, I do sympathize with her. I kind of understand where she's coming from, but you know, the way her and Edith act with each other is pretty horrible, and if I was their mother, I would just want to lock them in a room together and be like, you guys are sisters, you gotta work it out. But maybe as the show goes on, like, I'll feel better about her character. I mean, I don't dislike her, but I just don't love her yet, and I'm not entirely sold on her and Matthew's romance yet because she did treat him kind of horribly, but hopefully things will turn around because I know that is a really popular ship. Oh, and I forgot to mention, you know who I really love? Anna and Mr. Bates. Oh my god, they are so cute, so soft, so pure. I am rooting for them. Right now, I think they're probably my favorite ship on Downton Abbey, though I also like Branson and Sybil a lot as well. I also watched a couple episodes of Black Mirror this month as well. The way I've been watching Black Mirror is a little, strange because I've kind of just been jumping around watching different episodes of different seasons, like based on whatever I felt like watching that day. So this month I watched Be Right Back, which I thought was wonderful. I really liked that episode. It was really engaging. The acting was great. I also watched White Bear, which was okay. I mean, I wasn't wowed by it, but it was fine. You know, it's in the middle in terms of the Black Mirror episodes I've watched. There's many that were better and there were some that were worse. And then I watched The Waldo Moment, which I did not enjoy really that much. I think if I had to rank the Black Mirror episodes I have watched so far, it would be second to last. The only one that I hate more is the national anthem, which I will never get that image of the Prime Minister and the pig out of my head. Like, thanks for that, Black Mirror. Though I will give the Waldo Moment credit. I think it is so much more relevant now that Donald Trump was elected president of the United States, which I still have a hard time coming to terms with, and sometimes I hope that I will wake up and it will all have been a horrible nightmare. But alas. Oh, and I also rewatched season 1 of Game of Thrones with my dad, who has never seen that show before, but I don't really need to talk about Game of Thrones because you guys all know how I feel about it. It's my favorite show ever, and I really like rewatching the show because there are so many little things that I pick up on the second time that I didn't notice the first time. Like, this show has amazing foreshadowing, and I really love it. My dad likes it, but he doesn't love it yet, so I'm trying to get him to watch season 2 because I really do think he will like the show if he continues with it. I know he loves Lord of the Rings, so I think he should like this show. I just have to convince him to stick with it. By the way, my dad's favorite characters on Game of Thrones are Jon Snow and Arya Stark, so I am a very proud daughter. Also, he absolutely hates Joffrey and keeps asking me when he's gonna get killed off, and I'm just like, hee 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 hee, I know something you don't know. So, moving on to movies, the first movie that I watched in the month of June was Game Night. I really liked this movie. Game Night is a comedy movie starring Rachel McAdams, Kyle Chandler, and oh my god, I just forgot the guy's name. Jason Bateman. I forgot Jason Bateman's name. I'm so sorry, Jason Bateman. Anyways, Game Night follows a group of friends who have an annual game night. However, it goes wrong when one member of the friend group is kidnapped by people who I think he owes money to, and the rest of them all have to scramble to find him before it can go horribly wrong. I usually don't really like comedies that much. I don't watch a lot of comedy movies. I don't watch comedy television shows. However, this movie I really did like. It actually made me laugh out loud, and I thought it was genuinely funny. It was original. I really liked it. I also really love Jesse Plemons in this movie, who plays their strange neighbor, and he is absolutely hilarious. So I would recommend this movie if you haven't seen it. I thought it was funny, my whole family liked it, and it was really enjoyable. So the next movie that I watched in June is an old classic film noir that my father recommended to me. However, I didn't really enjoy it that much. I'm talking about The Maltese Falcon. This film stars Humphrey Bogart as private investigator Sam Spade, who is hired to a murder case which centers around this group of criminals who are all looking for this rare, priceless Maltese Falcon made out of gold. And I really do like film noirs. I like old movies that have that sort of mystery element. I like a good femme fatale character. But this movie, I just kept waiting for something really exciting to happen, and I don't think there was anything in this movie that I found surprising. I was kind of waiting for there to be some kind of plot twist, and it never came. Every development I saw coming, and I just was bored by it, to be honest. I feel bad for saying that since it's such a classic and well-loved movie, but it was just did not meet my expectations, and about halfway through the movie, I stopped paying attention and just started scrolling through Twitter on my phone. So I didn't really enjoy it. Sorry. So the last movie I watched in the month of June was Set It Up on Netflix. This is a romantic comedy movie following two assistants who meet and decide to set up their strict workaholic bosses on a date to get them to fall in love so that the two of them can have more time to themselves. However, things don't go exactly according to plan, and these two assistants, played by Zoe Deutsch and Glenn Powell, end up developing romantic feelings for each other. I thought this was a really cute movie. I genuinely thought it was a funny romantic comedy movie, and I feel like I've really wanted to see some new romantic comedy movies lately. I don't think there's been a good one for a while, so I really liked having this movie. It was exactly what I needed, and I think it was really cute, really funny, and the acting was good. It was just a really cute movie all around, and if you like romantic comedies, which I do, I would recommend that you watch this movie on Netflix. So that is everything that I watched in the month of June. Let me know what you watched this month that you really liked. If you have watched any of the TV shows or movies that I mentioned and you agree or disagree, let me know in the comments. Please like this video if you enjoyed and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more from me. Thank you so much for watching and have a great rest of your day. Bye! See you next time!